Hey there, welcome to day 1214 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and a little bit back and forth, doing a little bit back and forth this year. Today, two challenges that I do every day are the All About You 365-Day Challenge, our annual challenge to do one thing every day that centers you, which was all about Nietzsche's a thought, even a possibility, can shatter us and transform us. The power of thoughts in our mind and the impact that thoughts have on us to cause us to change, right? We all have the ability to change anytime about anything. We can change our mind and our thoughts and our beliefs and our feelings about anything, anytime, but we don't do it. We tend to not do it because our subconscious wants to just keep us running in circles, doing the same thing that we always do, and creating habits that keep us safe. Well, safe is often not in our best interest when it comes to what it is that we want in life, what we want to achieve, what we really want to have in any area or aspect of our life. Usually safe and doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's just going to keep getting us the same results and keep us stuck in the same circle of what we've always had or what we've always gotten. And we'll change a little bit, but it's so slow, it's like microscopic, and it makes us very frustrated. So transformation becomes important. How do we transform? Something happens outside or inside of us that causes us to make a different choice, to take a different action. And it can be an outside thing like COVID-19 pandemic, or politics, or religion, or an accident, or our health. But something has to change before we'll even try to look at our life and our world and our results and things differently. If everything's going along smoothly, hunky-dory, I call it, we don't make any changes. We don't make any progress. We just keep going in the circle and getting the same results that we've always gotten. And that makes us feel frustrated and uncertain, which causes us to feel like we're up in the air. Well, our idiom, our expression today, up in the air, comes from as far back as, a version of it in the 1700s. And the up in the air version became popular in the first half of the 19th century, which means the 1800s. That's the 1900s. It came, not the century, in the 1900s. So in the early 1900s, which was long before I was born, it became popular to say up in the air. Things are uncertain. And there's been a whole lot of uncertainty in the world and in people's lives, and here in America, back to the 1900s, when people started creating the things that it is that they want. And the world changed. We went from agricultural to industrial nation. We went from industrial to information age. We've gone from information age to I don't know what age we're in right now. I'm going to have to look that up. But to me, it's just the crazy age. We're just in the crazy age of what's going on. But we've always, as people and human beings, had the opportunity to pick and choose what we're going to have in our lives, what we're going to create in our lives. So although things outside of us may feel up in the air, we always have the ability to create the environment, the situation, and things in our life the way we want them to. Everybody else that you see might be out eating fast food every day and gaining tons of weight, but that doesn't mean you have to do that too. You can always choose to lead a healthy lifestyle, to have the energy that you want, to take care of yourself, to do what it is that you want. Just because everybody in your family is doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. Remember in school when we were kids and your mom or dad would say, well, because we'd always use the reasoning that our friends were all going to this party, so we want to go to this party too. And they would say, if your friends are going to jump off the cliff, are you going to jump off the cliff with them? And of course the answer is no, but back then we thought it was a rational, good argument. Children do. There's a lot of adults acting as if that's still a rational argument. Well, everybody's doing this or everybody's doing that, therefore it must be the thing for me to do. And one of the secrets in life and business and anything and leading a life that you love and that you feel successful in is deciding what it is for you, what success is for you, what you want in your life for you, what you want the different areas and aspects of your life to look at like. I know I share this a lot. There's all these different areas and aspects of our life. And if we ignore any of them, any area for too long, something will happen and it will get our attention. My biggest example is my physical well-being. Totally ignored it for like 2 decades. I used to be, when I was younger, I took care of myself. I was participating in a lot of sports and activities and things. And then in my 30s and 40s, I did nothing. I did the minimum to get by physically with respect to actually eating right, paying attention to what I ate, taking care of myself. And lo and behold, at 50, I had a sudden cardiac arrest because my physical well-being said, all right, you've been abusing us for decades now. It's time you pay attention or you're not going to have to worry about it because you're not going to be here anymore. And that applies to all the areas and aspects of our life. If we don't have some or pay some attention to our emotions or our thoughts or our mental well-being or our spiritual well-being, you know, how we're connected to everything and everyone else on the planet, our financial well-being. I think a lot of us know from firsthand experience, if we don't pay attention to our financial well-being and health, the world will take advantage of you, and usually, depending on your thoughts and beliefs, you'll end up having financial struggles and troubles. Same with relationships. If we just take our relationships for granted and don't actually pay attention to them, we won't have those relationships anymore, right? And the same is contribution. Usually we don't get to the level of worrying about or thinking about what are we contributing to the world until we have these other areas and aspects of our life at a level that we feel like we're not maybe super comfortable with, but that we're okay with, and we're actually getting some momentum and making some progress. So when my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial health are in order or moving in the direction that I want them to, my ultimate goal, then I'll think about, and relationships too. Then I'll start thinking about, okay, well, how could I do more? How could I be more? How can I contribute more? How can I make the world a better place, for goodness sake, for my family or those I love and care about? And then beyond that, how can I positively impact the world and leave some kind of a legacy? And this year we're talking a lot about communication and confidence, because with the pandemic, I have found there's been a huge hit to people's confidence, egos, ability to communicate, and there's all these amazing ways to reach people and share with them what you can do and how you can serve them if you're willing to look at different communication formats, look at different ways of communicating. So although it feels like things are up in the air, we always have the ability to control what we can control and let the rest go. So can you control the weather? I don't know, it's raining outside right now, and if I could control the weather, it would be a sunny, beautiful, probably 78 to 80 degree day. But since I do not have the powers and the ability to do that, I just accept what the weather is, and I act accordingly. That's what we need to do with a lot of things in our life, especially things that are outside of our control. I don't know about you, but I have zero control over the COVID pandemic and the way it's being handled. So am I going to fuss and fret and complain and bitch and moan and push against that? Or am I going to say, how does this impact me, and what am I going to do about it? How am I going to make sure that my family and I are safe, and do it in a way that respects me and my goals and my values and my core values? That's all I need to be concerned about. You know, everybody else can do their thing, and I will do my own. That's called personal responsibility. We are 100% personally responsible for ourselves, our well-being, our choices, our impact on others. And if we're doing something to hurt other people, to me, my values, that's a line in the sand. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to hurt other people with my behavior and say, oh, it's my way or the highway. That doesn't work either. So working on those things, lots of things going on in the background, in the pipeline. Still not going to share until I know what's not up in the air and what's actually going to transpire and happen, or the direction that I'm going next. But if I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below or direct message me. I want to be that resource that if you are just frustrated, lost, or stuck, and you don't know what to do or who to ask next, I'm probably not the resource for you, but I can help hook you up with the resource that you need to get moving again, get momentum in any area or an aspect of your life that you might feel stuck or up in the air, too many balls and too many things going on that you're not sure how to handle. It's pretty easy when we create a plan, and it's not something that's written in stone, but when we have an overarching big vision and plan for our life, because, you know, companies have visions for their businesses for a reason. If we don't have a vision for our life and a plan for our life, it's saying that our life isn't as important as a random company or a random business. Well, it certainly is, and it's certainly more important to you. So we just have a plan, and then we go, what's next, and we just do those things, and we put systems in place to make sure that they happen automatically, and we stop overcomplicating our lives, because life really isn't that complicated. All right, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow to let you know what I'm up to. Take care.